Hey guys, Oryam here. Today we're going to be looking at this beautiful melody that teaches us how we can use open strings to create dreamy extended chords. As always, the tabs are going to be available over in my free community, which you can join using the link down in the description. Now for this song, we start off with a 4-chord progression, starting on D major, and then going up to this A add 9. So that's open A, 7th fret of the D, 6th fret of the G, open 1st and 2nd strings, and then we come down to this B minor 7. So that's 2nd fret of the 5th string, 2nd of the 3rd, 3rd of the 2nd, and we can throw in the open high E string. And lastly, we have this D over G chord. Okay, so it's like a D major chord shape. And then I'm going to place my middle finger up here on the G note on the 3rd fret of the low E. So I'm going to bar where that finger was on the 2nd fret of the high E string with my index. Okay? Beautiful chord. Now for the intro of this little melody, we start off with some arpeggios. Okay, that's just thumb on the D string, and then index, middle, ring, and then I pull off to the open fret, or the open high E string from that 2nd fret. Now this is like a D sus2 chord. And now we're going to arpeggio back upwards when we get to this A add 9 chord. And that's the beauty of using these open strings, is you can let them all ring out and just create this huge atmosphere. Okay, so I'm really just arpeggiating this chord upwards, B, G, D, A, and then we go to the B minor 7, arpeggiate this back down, so that's A, and then G with my index finger, B, high E. Now we have this. Okay, so this little melody goes slide from 3 to 5 on the high E string, 3, and then 2 as we fill out the rest of our shape. Okay, and once again I'm just arpeggiating this back up. So okay. Now all together our melody sounds something like this. And we repeat it again. And now I want to start to build the energy and create a little bit of tension before going into the main riff. And we're going to do this with power chords. More specifically, palm muted power chords. So I'm taking my right hand and placing the palm just here on the base of the strings so that I get this semi-muffled sound. Now we're going to be playing a D5 or D power chord. So that's the open D string and the 2nd fret of the G. Okay, and then we're going to be playing an A5. Same shape, just down a string set. So now we have the open A and the 2nd fret of the D. And now we're going to play a B5, so that's 2nd fret of the A, 4th fret of the D. And then slide that same shape all the way up to where you're on the 10th and 12th frets respectively. And that's a G5. Okay. The way that we play this with the rhythm sounds something like this. Okay, and those are all downstrokes with the nail of your index finger. Now once we end with this G chord, we enter into the main riff. So it's the same chords. We have D, A, B minor, and G, except for this time we're going to be mainly just playing the bass notes with a melody on top, not so much of a full chord shape. Okay, so we start with the open D string, and this is the root note of our D chord. Before playing this little melodic idea, we have 6 to 7 on the G string, which I like to hammer on. Then we have the 7th fret of the B, before going down to our A chord, which we play with the 5th fret of the B string and the open A string. So we have, then we go to the second fret of that B before coming back up to the third for our B minor 7 chord shape, which is the same as it was before. Okay, so I first play that third fret, and then we play the 5th string, and then the 3rd string. Now for my G chord, I go back up to the 8th fret of the B string, play that open G string, which is our root note, down to the 7th fret of the B, the 5th fret, and back up to the 7th fret to resolve back around. Altogether it sounds something like this. Now the second time that we come around, instead of going to the B minor 7, we actually just go straight into the D major over G chord that we played before. Okay. And I like to just do a small kind of semi-arpeggio on string 6, 3, and then a little upward strum with my ring finger. Alright, and this sets us up to go back around for another time. This time, let's try adding some percussion. So what I'm doing there is just adding a gentle string slap with my right hand. And the first one is when we hammer on to that 7th fret of the G string. Okay, so I'm just taking my thumb and it's coming into the 6th or 5th string right there, which is causing it to come into the fret and make that snare kind of sound. The second one comes in on the 2nd fret of the B string there. Then we keep playing. Okay, after I fret this, there's another slap. This one is all by itself. And that one happens on the 5th fret of the B string there. So for this one, since I'm playing a note at the same time that I'm slapping, you need to slap with your thumb and then use either your middle finger or your ring finger, the nail of which to come into that string and essentially pluck it as a pick would, so from the top down. And then we go back up to the top. And I like to omit the percussion for that last D major over G chord because that's a good place to end the little melody. And the way we do this is by arpeggiating a D major 7 chord. Okay, so that's open G string with the 9th fret of the high E, down to the 5th fret, 7th fret of the B, 7th of the G, 6th of the G, 7th of the D, 9th of the A, 5th of the A, 4th of the A, 5th of the low E, and down to the 3rd on the 2nd of the low E. All together. Okay, and you can add those little slides or hammer-ons or pull-offs to make it a little bit more characteristic. So I hope that you enjoyed learning this little piece, and once again, if you want the free tabs, just head over to my community, link in the description, and come say hello. Until next time.